looking at that, it's absolutely gross. Why?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. My name's James. I decided to challenge a bunch of up and coming YouTubers to watch a horror movie challenge, but the horror movie has a twist. I had some amazing reactions. In this video, we're going to talk to Robin. He's a really cool dude, but you're going to want to make sure you wait until the end of the video for a special surprise.
Okay, so my name is Robin Jonker. That's ROBINJONKER. And my YouTube journey is basically about self-improvement, taking myself out of my comfort zone, doing a bucket list adventures. And I just hope to inspire someone else to do the same, challenge themselves to do something they've always wanted to do and get out of their comfort zone and learn new skills.
That sounds really cool. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
That sounds great. I'll definitely give your channel a look after this. So yeah, I know I've kind of pitched this as a horror movie. There is a little bit of a twist to that. I didn't want to give it away because I'm really trying to get people's genuine reactions.
A small pen with a central cage, designed to allow the piglets to feed from their mother, the sow, while preventing her from moving around. The frequency of stillborn or mummified piglets generally increases with each litter as the sow's bodies become less capable of handling the large litter sizes, succumbing to disease, starvation, or dehydration.
That's messed up. Yo.
The runts of the litter, who are considered economically unviable and killed by staff. The most common method of stunning and killing pigs is the carbon dioxide gas chamber. A system of rotating cages lowers the fully conscious pigs 2 or 3 at a time into the heavily concentrated gas, which begins to burn their eyes, nostrils, sinuses, throat, and lungs, while suffocating them.
That's messed up. It's literally like a horror movie.
Those who avoid the stunner or who are improperly stunned are killed while conscious. They are sorted onto a separate conveyor belt from the healthy females in their first day of life and sent into an industrial blender called a macerator.
Why?
Smaller hatcheries may use carbon dioxide gas or simply suffocate the chicks in plastic bags. All commercial egg farms, caged, barn-laid, free-range, organic, RSPCA approved, involve the killing of male chicks.
Wow.
Yes. First of all, I'm truly sorry, Robin, for kind of exposing you to that, because I know that's horrible to watch. I mean, would you agree that that's, in many ways, that's like a horror movie?
It literally is. That's what I was saying.
It's a real life horror movie.
It literally sounds like the screams that they use in horror movies. It's disgusting.
All of the footage recorded in this documentary, most of it's from Australia, America, or England, the places in the world that claim to have the highest levels of animal welfare. Everything's legal, it's all standard practice. I could show footage that's 100 times worse than that, 1,000 times worse than that in terms of how awful it is to watch. But it's so easy to dismiss those as like, that's just one little place that's doing it wrong. That's meant to be the best of the best. That's where our food comes from day in, day out.
I feel like those companies have spent so much money on advertising that we don't know that that happens. Actually, like people don't understand that that's the process. It's actually ridiculous. The amount of, but no one knows it unless they actually get properly fed into it. And you actually have to go looking for those videos to find it. No one's going to show you this and actually advertise it. So it's quite ridiculous that as public, we aren't informed where everything comes from and what we eat. We just think it's that perfect ad you see on TV on a Saturday.
I agree with you so much. How does it make you feel watching that? Like, what emotions are running through your mind when you're seeing those animals go through those experiences?
I don't know. It's disgust. I think what you don't picture it. You pick up that piece of steak from the market and you take it home, but you don't get the connection of where it came from. So I feel like he's looking at that. It's absolutely gross, and it's inhumane. It's not, you shouldn't treat anything like that, even if it's illegal. It doesn't matter what it's for. This is for our food. It shouldn't even be, even if it's for, like, I don't know, wild animals that are trying to kill humans, you shouldn't treat them like that. You can even treat them more humanely. So I feel like it's a big disconnect to what people see. People are not seeing the reality actually of what's the process of everything.
What is it about animals being treated this way that, I mean, you said it made you feel disgust. What is it about animals being treated this way that disgusts you?
Well, as humans, you've got empathy and you've got emotions. So when you see a living being, it's not a human, but you see a living animal and you can see it going through torture, it breaks a person's heart. You can't, I feel like if you actually watch that and you think it's funny or you think it's good, then this is a problem. It's not right to, you should feel sad and you should feel upset seeing anything go through such cruelty and misery.
I agree with you. And some people, I don't know if it's like maybe a defense mechanism or something, but some people tell me, these animals are stupid. They don't know what's happening. They don't suffer like we do.
But firstly, I'd ask if they ever have a pet, because if you have a pet, you can clearly see, you know when an animal is upset, you know when an animal is suffering, and you know when they're happy. So the same thing goes for any animal, I guess. Any animal has emotion. It's a living being. It's not just like it's not a piece of grass that just lies there and gets cut. It's got emotion. It's got living. It's got a purpose. Find food. It's got its normal routine, and it can definitely feel suffering. So they're definitely wrong. But I guess it's a defense mechanism. People are trying to make themselves feel better about themselves, so they find up excuses to try and make sure it's right. I guess I don't know why.
How do you think that those animals in those slaughterhouses, how do you think they felt?
I don't know. It actually blows my mind thinking of it. But just imagine that's your little daughter. Imagine that's your sister or your mom getting tortured like that. I feel like it would be exactly the same situation. Imagine.
Yeah, maybe you're next in line. Maybe you're the cow behind that's seeing the ones in front having their necks cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to imagine myself. What if you locked into a little room waiting to get tortured? You hear stories like that, and that's exactly the same what's happening to the food every single minute. But you hear stories like that's crazy on the news of humans getting tortured. And I can't imagine the feeling.
The thing that, I mean, for me, it was a very easy decision, but I guess, first of all, do you believe, Robin, that it's possible to be healthy and happy without eating animal products?
I've watched some documentaries, and there is definitely ways that you can be healthy if you follow a proper diet by being vegan. There's no doubt about that. You can be healthy and you can get all the nutrients from other forms.
So what is it, do you think, if it is possible to be healthy and happy without, on a vegan diet, why do you think we continue treating animals this way?
Let me try and put it in a different context. So I'm from South Africa, and money is a big thing, 50% unemployment rate. So I can understand, because of everything is brought into it, eating meat and eating, like, let's say, chicken is very, very cheaper than getting the proper nutrients in a vegan diet. So generally, vegan diets, to follow it and get the proper nutrition, is really expensive. So for our standpoint, I can understand the situation here. You can't afford to fully swap over to it. But if you can properly, fully afford to have a vegan diet, then there is no excuse, and there isn't a reason, actually. I guess taste, but lots of the vegan products have great taste, and you just cook in a different way where it also tastes great. So there isn't actually an excuse why
If
the first world countries, especially.
I mean, I would agree that it is an excuse if you genuinely couldn't afford to feed yourself, and you were going to starve to death if you didn't eat those animal products. I I wouldn't ever want to be in that situation. That would be horrible. So, I mean, I've never been to South Africa. I don't really know what it's like. Is it cheaper to buy chicken than, say, rice, pasta, like legumes, like beans, things like that, like other protein-rich foods? Are they like?
I guess if you look at,
Sorry,
it's
go on.
not cheap. Chicken in general is cheaper, but I guess I am probably making an excuse. It's just the way society has brought it up. I don't know. Rice is very cheap, but I'm trying to think of the full-on protein nutrients. But if you look at the likes of legumes and beans, then I
Yeah,
was breaking it down. If you wanted to have the same taste and quality of food to match it, the price increases. But to get the actual nutrients, just to have your body fed, you can do it at the same price, and you should do it actually.
although I kind of understand wanting to enjoy your food. I mean, you probably can't see because of where the camera is, but I'm quite a big guy, and I definitely, food is one of the best things in life for me. I gain so much enjoyment from food. And I was worried, like when I first went vegan, I thought, I don't want to sacrifice the enjoyment of eating food. But what I found was that actually I enjoy eating more now than I ever did before, because if anything, it pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I tried foods I'd never had before. And my diet now is so different to what it was. And yet, in many ways, it's the same. In the last week, I've had pizzas, sausages, curries, burgers, like everything that I used to eat, but just different versions. Yeah.
It's just as good.
Well, I mean, what would it be too hard for you though, Robin? If let's say you can't sleep tonight because that video I've just shown you is playing over and over in your mind, and you think, I don't want to contribute to these industries anymore. Would that be too hard for you?
I definitely think I would want to. I don't know if isn't there alternatives to like free range farms for chickens to get them into a form where it's not that cruel. I remember they mentioned that free range farms also kill male chickens, but
Yeah.
is there not an industry where you can locally source something maybe and then still be not fully vegan but more conscientious about it? Because
right. Okay.
stuff
So
like eggs, I'm a big fan of eggs,
yeah.
so that's like giving up eggs and giving up chicken would be something that I eat basically on the daily.
Yeah, I mean, so I tried to pick like the most impactful like minute of several parts of that documentary, and I guess it didn't show some of the really important bits, like the explanation of what was happening to those chicks. And I do remember now you saying like, why are they doing that? And the answer is that obviously it's a business driven by money, like any other industry, and the male chicks they can't control whether it's a boy or a girl that comes out of the egg. And the males, it's a different breed what they use to eggs than it is to meat, because we've selectively bred chickens to lay 300 eggs per year instead of 12 eggs per year that they naturally lay. Whereas the ones they've selectively bred to have lots of meat, that's a completely different breed. So the male chickens in the egg industry are completely useless because they don't lay eggs. So they just they're a byproduct, they're unwanted. They get either thrown in a macerator or sometimes just tied up in bin bags to suffocate to death. And that's the same from all egg farms. So even if it's free range, those laying hens have originally come from a hatchery where they've done those practices. And to be honest, most of the footage shown on that documentary is from high welfare free range farms. It's, like you said, I think you said it, Robin, that they've spent so much time and effort and money like hiding these things from us, like advertising it, making us think something nice goes on in a slaughterhouse. But these are all just like free range, organic, red tractor seal of approval, RSPCA approved, like all these labels that we hear.
Actually,
it's marketing designed to make us feel happier about the choices that like we want to do, and they're making it easy for us. I mean, obviously, I can't show you everything you need to know in a 3-minute documentary.
Yeah.
But maybe it's enough to make you want to go and do a little bit more research about where our food comes from and decide if it's something you're happy to support. I don't know. Does that sound fair?
It's definitely I've written it down before that I want to give myself a 30-day challenge of going vegan, and I definitely want to try it out. So maybe I'll do a bit more research, look at this in the shops, what stuff we have in our local area here, and maybe try and give it a 30-day challenge of going vegan, see how I feel, see if it affects my body,
Wow, that would be so
and
cool.
then take it
I
from
mean,
there.
if you do it, man, keep in touch with me. I would love to talk to you at the end of it. In fact, I can make it even easier for you. There's this new website come out called Vegan Bootcamp, and I can send you a link to refer you to it. It's completely free, and
Okay.
it's like you basically challenge yourself to adopt a vegan lifestyle, and it's got like courses on there. So if you're worried about making sure you get enough protein, there's a course on there about protein. If you're really into fitness and going to the gym, there's a course on there about going to the gym. If you want to know like what's so bad about milk, there's a course on there about it, and it teaches you how to be a vegan, but you only do the bits you want to. I don't know if that sounds
Okay.
like something that's be helpful to you, or if you just want to do your own research. But
Yeah. I'll probably
yeah,
look to turn it even into a YouTube video, then I'll document the experience that way too. But I definitely will keep in touch with you. Maybe we can rearrange a Zoom call during the process, maybe afterwards also.
that would be
I think
so
it'll be very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, really cool. I would
Mm.
absolutely love to be a part of that.
Remember I mentioned a special surprise? Well, the morning after I filmed this interview with Robin, I checked my notifications only to see that he'd commented on one of my videos. Let's have a look what he said. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe and turn the notifications on so you never miss a video.